Hello, tree lovers. Well, as you can see, I decided to stay indoors today because right after this, if you're local, join me down at Catherine Albertson Park and we're going to be doing a mindful walk in the park. So I figured that since I am going to be outside later on, that I would stay warm and toasty for the time being. So I'm glad that you're here with me, though. I am next to my nice, beautiful indoor our fire, so that's nice. I have a little bit of wood, and I have my favorite incense burning right now, which is Kyoto Autumn Leaves. I love this one. So, I'm surrounded by trees enough, and I've got them in my heart and everything like that. So, how are you guys? It seems like it's been forever. Um, and it probably hasn't, but anyway. So we're at February already. That I think is what's blowing my mind the most. That it is already just it's flying by. It's another year flying by. So February. It's normally the one that we consider it's all about love and romance, and my outlook with that is yes, that's great and wonderful. But the theme of today, and with what my outlook is that yes, love others. Yes, have compassion and be a part of others' lives. But one of the main things that we forget is that if we don't take care of ourselves and have self compassion or self love, then it is more difficult or it can get skewed in very, very different ways. Um, if we don't take care of ourselves, then we can't take care of others. So that's really what that's the main focus of today. I realize that there are so many of you here that are all in different places of your life. So let's say that maybe you're pretty confident on your taking care of yourself internally, that self-love, that self-compassion that you have. Maybe you have some good tools for that already. Just look at it as it's one more thing you can learn to take care of yourself and then to expand upon others as well. So, there's always talk about who's your ideal client and who do you love working with? Well, I really just love working with the people that no matter where they are, whether it's for skincare or meditations or anything like that, no matter where you are, you can always kind of shift and not necessarily move up, but you can always learn new. So you compound upon the good that you already have. That's why I love meditation, because you can be a new person with it. You can have done it for, like in my case, for oh God, almost 50 years now. I think I'm at 48, something like that. Oh, long time. So, even though I've done it for the majority, really, truly the majority of my life, it does not mean that I stop because, well, I've done it for long enough. So that's not the case. Keep that in mind for yourself. You can always keep doing it. You always keep doing even the same types of things. Uh, you just get better at them. You feel more comfortable, and then you can move forward and do something different. So that's my outlook with meditation, with my ideal clients. Those are the people I love working with, and that's why you guys are here with me, because not only do you have that outlook as well for yourself, but you love trees, you love meditation, you love nature. So that's why we all get along. And what else is there with today? The first thing that I want to do is take that time to let go of the outside world. So I'm going to be quiet for right now, and I'm just going to encourage you to find a comfortable place. Hopefully you already are, really, and sit, close your eyes, and it's just that letting go of the outside world meditation. So that's all we're going to do. Just right now, take that focus and let it just let yourself be for a moment. All right. Enjoy your first letting go of the outside world meditation. Remember to continue to breathe into your belly and into your low back. Having a full exhalation with your breath. Reminding yourself that if you have tension in your shoulders, to release that, maybe lift them up a little bit and allow them to drop. Continuing with your breath. Taking in another deep breath. And having a full exhalation. And slowly opening your eyes. Knowing that you have let go of everything in that outside world and that you are absolutely present within yourself right here, right now. And we're talking a lot about self-love, self-compassion, And so, really, what are some of those benefits? What is that? And I know that this is all very individual for each person, but there's things like, let's say you're depressed, and I realize that a lot of that kind of stuff has been happening lately, and so maybe not even depressed, but just a little bit more out of sorts and not quite as happy. And the opposite of that really is just that, um, at least for me, it is an internal happiness. And, as silly as it is, and maybe it's not silly, I don't know, but I'm American and I think a lot of the people here are. But if you're not, part of our Constitution and part of a lot of what we have is it's the pursuit of happiness. So we really have it ingrained into us that we can pursue happiness. But so often we don't. And, it can be covered in so many different ways, depression, anything like that. All I'm here to talk about is that it is a very, very viable option that when you start working with self-love, self-compassion, that pursuit of happiness within ourselves is possible. And that is the thing that I find is so simple yet difficult yet amazingly profound to do. All right, so that's depression. Let's go for the opposite of that, which is happiness, internal happiness. Um, anxiety. Anxiety is another one that when we work with self-compassion and again that self-love, what is the opposite of that? Well, it's satisfaction in life. Um, and I have heard it said, and I'm pulling this out of my memory right now, but worry is thinking of the future, anxiety is thinking of the past. So if you're constantly anxious, then you're stuck in thinking of the past and you are not right here in this moment being present. Okay, so life satisfaction. What's making you happy? That type of thing. Okay, so that is another of the benefits of self-compassion. Let's say that you are stressed. The opposite with that is far more self-confidence. Okay, which is a benefit to, and that really compounds with satisfaction in life, with happiness, that self confidence. It means if you need to go get a new job, well, you're more confident in that. Or let's say that as everyone has been doing is they're online and people hate having the video on. Well, you can be more confident with that. Believe me, it does take a little bit to feel confident on camera. So I totally understand that one. And how did I do it? Well, number one, made myself do it. I just jumped right in and said, I probably said a lot of other things in my head, and if you know me, you're going to know exactly what I said, which would involve a lot of the F word. Um, but you just do it. You just jump in and you do that. So that's anything that can pull you away from your self-confidence. Try it just a little bit. Dip your toe into it and get into that. Um, Other things with the benefits of self-compassion are, let's say that you have shame about anything, well, anything that you just recently did. The opposite of that really is going to be more physical health. So those are things where exercise can come in and make a really, really big difference. And I'm not talking that you have to plan to run a marathon or climb a mountain or any of those things. Sometimes it's just a matter of getting up, walking around the block, or even doing 5 jumping jacks in your living room. So the physical health, it is going to help overcome with it, and then you kind of compound everything else as well here, and that is where that you get into that self-love. So let's say that you do get up and do 5 jumping jacks. Best thing to say is, oh, look at that. I did that. That's amazing. I'm really proud of myself. So these are the benefits with it. You're moving from whatever is considered a not so positive feeling or emotion, or internal dialogue that you have, into something that is positive. And a little trick that I have used, and I think I have a blog post on it, I'll kind of double check. Um, if not, I'll get it out soon and I'll get that listed for you in here. But I use a thesaurus, and I just go in and look at things like, well, what is depression? Well, it can have a lot of different meanings, just the word itself, and a lot of other words that are related. So maybe depression doesn't quite relate to you, but I don't know, sadness. Sadness is the one that relates more to you. And then just go in and look at what the opposite is. Happiness might not be, you might not be pursuing the pursuit of happiness, but you might just be needing to get a little bit more of blissfulness. I don't know, something along those lines. So use a thesaurus and look at words that are the same, and look at the synonyms and the antonyms to that. I have personally found that is an amazing, amazing way to pull in to an internal dialogue when you are trying to go from A to B. And again, as I said in the beginning, A to B can be whatever level wherever you are. Let's say that you're extremely happy all the time. You just want to go to being even more happy. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So those are great ways to utilize all of this. So what do you do to develop more self-compassion? Besides using a thesaurus and kind of asking yourself that way, that's a very physical, tangible option for it. I have a list of questions, and I will get these into the link, and I'm just going to kind of go through, and so I get them right for you. I'm going to use my handy dandy note taker here, okay? So ask yourself questions like this, and you can rate yourself. And one thing that I suggest as well, when you rate yourself, do it 1 week and write down whatever your rating is. And then the next week, ask yourself the exact same question without looking at your answer, and then rate yourself again. And do that for a month, all again, without looking at your answer. That way you give yourself a true to in this moment perspective of where you are. Okay, so this first question is, I try to be understanding and even show patience toward parts of myself I don't enjoy. So how would you rate yourself on that? Are you a 1? Which is not, it's okay if you are, but we're going 1 to 5, and 5 is optimal. Okay, so the other one is, let's see, I try to see things from a centered point of view when something painful happens. So that center, we often call it balance, have that balanced perspective. I kind of like centered because I can still be very centered, but I can be off balance as well. So this is off balance, but me still centered. Very subtle difference with the use of those words. To me, it's just one that I have always liked. And it actually might be because so much of the body work that I do with my clients is postural rebalancing. And it's a matter of, they can still be centered and good, but their body's just a little bit askew. And so we get that back. Okay, so another question to ask yourself for self-development here is, I do my best to see what is perceived as my failings as part of my human experience. So what is that? That one really is just giving yourself some freaking slack. Uh, you know, when you do something that you feel is, oh crap, I just really, really, really screwed up. Well, we all do something stupid every once in a while, you know, whether it's something stupid flying out of your mouth, or I don't know. You see it. It's part of that human experience, and it's part of looking back on it and continuing to say, "Oh my God, I'm such an idiot." As, whew, I made a really bad mistake. I'm gonna learn from it. Apologize if you need to, but move forward with that. These are all ways to continue to grow with your own self compassion. Okay, so I'm trying to look to see if I can put one of these in here quickly. I don't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these sentences and I'm going to ask that you meditate with that. Ask yourself, and maybe you have your own kind of thing that you can already ask yourself, but I want to go into our second meditation right now. And so if you need to and it works for you, then do it. If not, I will get these questions later. You can come back to it and do this meditation again. But let's work with this next meditation, the one where we're going to ground ourselves a little bit more, connect more deeply, is I try to be understanding and even show patience toward parts of myself I don't enjoy. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. Connect in with yourself. Oh, love some trees. Taking another deep breath, and I'll give you a couple minutes here, okay? Okay, gonna have you slowly opening your eyes again. And I kept this meditation a little bit short for us because I want to move into the final one where I have our, our affirmations, settings. I really want to help bring a lot of this stuff home right now as well. So I'm going to start there. We're just going to quickly go back right into meditation again, but I am going to do it with the affirmations. Okay? So go ahead and close your eyes, come back into it, and I think I figured out how I can do comments myself right now. Yay, look at me go. So I'm going to put them in here for you, and right now, I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes, sit back, get comfy, take a deep breath into your low back and belly. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy who and what you are. And take that deep breath. Start meditating again, okay? And know that you are self-compassionate. And saying to yourself, I am self-compassionate. I am self-compassionate. I show myself understanding and patience in times of discomfort. I show myself understanding and patience in times of discomfort. With reduced stress in my life, I am more confident. knowing that when you have reduced stress in your life, you are more confident. And now taking a breath and breathing in self-compassion, self-confidence, and happiness. And I felt a lot of hips releasing today as well. So grounding. So well done, everyone. Lots of grounding, connecting in. Where we are, it's warming up just a teeny bit at least. Maybe we're starting to see that spring is on its way, even though it's still freezing cold out. But the trees start to feel that, oh, a shift is in the air. So I think a shift is in the air, and things are starting to feel more grounded, basically. So expand your personal tree roots into the earth. Continue with that, and just your self-compassion. If you have any questions about this, as always, you can always reach out to me in all the various different ways that we're available to speak. So do that. I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you so much for being here with me today. I really, really, really enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and see you later. Bye.